Hello, everybody. Oh, my fish tank sound noisy. Huh. Hello, everybody. Uh-oh, I gotta get rid of that. Okay. Now we're good. How's everybody doing? I'm waiting for my son. He should be here in a few. I just got done telling him I was gonna start early, so he's probably throwing some clothes on. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Mike. James, hi. I'm so sorry about your fish. That made me quite sad, but what can you do? Shit happens sometimes. Hi, Cody, son. And I know exactly what you were talking about, feeling like quitting, because I had a few disasters here, which has really discouraged me. And I think I'm going to just like start with some different fish and stuff. Just finished your steak and potato. Where's mine? Hi, Dan. Hi, Peplin Creek. Hi, Chappie. Oh, Chappie, you want to come up for a little bit with me and my son? I'll send you a link if you say yes, and I won't if you say no. You're rehoming the kids instead of the fish. Oh, hi, Ginger. Happy 4th of July to you too. Okay, I'll send you the link, Chappie. I'll email it. Email. Okay. Teresa, hi. Hi, Sandy. Cody, son, hi. Hi, Hank. Yeah, I had some disasters for a little bit there. First thing that happened was I had my 40 breeder break, and I lost most of the fish, not all of them, but most of them, and which was very discouraging. And then I had my goldfish get sick, and I lost a couple of them, which really upsets me. Hi, Derek, and hi, Lance Jones. And then I had that night that it started snowing really hard in June, and we lost power for 11 hours in the middle of a snowstorm. And I lost some of the fish in a tank in one of the back bedrooms because I was trying to keep the house warm by heat. I've got a gas stove, so I was using the oven to try to keep the house halfway decent, but the back bedrooms got real cold. So, yeah, it was quite discouraging, and I almost just quit. But I think I'm going to like save some money and get myself some different fish than I've had before, something new to play with and get excited about. So I haven't decided what I want to get yet, but that's what I think I'm going to do. Happy 4th of July to you too, John. And nobody showed up in my StreamYard yet. Gotta keep one eye on it. Okay, Derek. So yeah, it can get discouraging sometimes when you have one thing happen after another, especially. But tonight I have a 4 card giveaway night for tonight. So I'll show you guys those. Oh, that's right, I'm not on the big screen. I can still show you though in the corner there. This is some golden eye ducks. I don't like it very well, but I'm going to give it away. That's one of them I'm giving away tonight. And buffalo, a little Ghana buffalo bull. And a seagull, and a western grebe, which is probably my favorite drawing that I've got to give away tonight is this western grebe. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do for the giveaway tonight. Let me get back over here. Oh no, go get your coffee. Creeks Aquatics, I like that name, Amy. Take down the slideshow. Okay, I can do that. Hi, Maria. How are you? Happy 4th of July. I'll show the cards again in a little bit, Dragon Lair. Don't worry. I've got a bunch of stuff going out in the mail Monday. I sent some stuff earlier this week, but the rest of it's going out Monday. So, and it's like a couple weeks worth of stuff, including the auction. So all that stuff's going to be going out Monday. Plus, I've got some prints for my Patreons that are going to be going out Monday too. So yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this, and I'll just go full screen and tell somebody. Did that work? Yeah, there it goes. So we should have some guests here pretty quick. Yeah, I like that name too. That's cool. I like it. Thank you, Maria. You'll have a print. That print that you want will be coming Monday too. I'll be shipping everything out Monday. I've had a little bit of trouble with oh, there's Tucker. Hang on. There's Tucker. Hi, Tucker.
Ooh.
And this is Chappie. He's a friend of mine from Texas. Chappie, my son Tucker. And I can't hear you, Chappie.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I got nothing.
There we go.
There you go.
There's
I had to turn on my XLR mic. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Hey, Pam, how you been?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Things are kind of crappy there in Texas, though, aren't they?
I mean, not for me. Are you talking about coronavirus? Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Texas is not doing good. Actually, Wyoming and Montana are not doing real good either. Although it's not, we don't have the population of Texas and don't have the numbers, but we are going up by leaps and bounds.
Yeah, Montana had its highest day at 50 the other day. Wyoming has half the amount of people that we do and has like 500 more cases.
Yeah, yep. Wyoming is like worse than Montana, and we have half the population of Montana. And I've been like dealing with this stupid thing because when the virus first started, I mean, like way back in March, my debit card got hacked and canceled, and ordered another one, and I never got it. So this last week they opened up the bank lobby so I could go in there and talk to them and find out what the heck happened, because I've been dealing with not having a debit card, right? And I don't know if you guys realize what a pain in the ass that is, but it's an extreme pain in the ass. Every time I need anything, I have to go through the drive-through at the bank and fill out the papers and send in my ID and get cash out. So it's an extreme pain in the ass. But anyway, so I went in the lobby and I talked to the guy that's in charge of that kind of stuff. And I could tell by the look on his face that he forgot to send it. I mean, I could tell by the look on his face that he didn't hit the right buttons to get me a new card.
Did
But
you
I
give him
didn't.
the what for?
No, I didn't. I have patience and stuff. And he says, well, it'll be another 7 days. And I'm like, that's okay. It's been 4 months already. I can wait another 7 days.
Mom is very non-confrontational about things like that.
I am. I don't get mad at people. But anyway, so I finally got that done. And that son of a bitch, if excuse my language. But when I got
Yeah,
home,
the guy in the Black Sabbath t-shirt is going to be real bugged by that.
yeah. But when I got home Friday night, I got an email from the bank saying that they closed the lobbies again because of the upswing in the cases. So it's like, please get me my card. Please get me my card. Okay.
So you're still waiting for the card?
I'm waiting for the card. Yeah, I have to, which is why everybody who's in chat that has something coming, that's why it's been taking me so long to get stuff to the post office and stuff, because it's like this big rigmarole where I have to go get cash out during the hours that the drive-thru's open, which is like, I think 10 to 4. So I got to get cash out, and it's always like a huge line that you got to sit and wait in and all that crap. So anyway, I got cash out. I got a new debit card coming, and things are going to go in the mail Monday, including cookies for Tucker.
Well, praise to the gods.
Oh, so that's what's up.
Bragging up your cookies to my coworkers, and like a month passes, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't think cookies exist."
Oh.
They exist. They're coming. It's been between that, not having a debit card, and my truck being broke down. You know, it's like.
Did you find out what was wrong with your truck?
Oh yeah, I got my truck fixed. I got to take it in Monday afternoon to get I've been driving the seat belt doesn't work anymore, so I'm getting a new seat belt put on it.
That is illegal.
What was the problem with the truck?
Couple things. It had a I forget what it is, a pep something arm
I broke jam.
front that it like controls the steering. That was way loose, and they put a new one on. And having that being bad for so long actually has ruined my 2 front tires. So I'm gonna have to get tires for it too.
Yeah, that can happen, unfortunately.
Yeah. And then the bushings in the front,
Yep, mine are gone.
and a new thermostat. And then he said when I went to pick it up, he said which all that was like $800. Then he said that he had a kid helping him, and he said that the kid had taken it for a ride and everything looked good and stuff. So I was like, okay. So I left, and I got a little ways away, and I had to turn around and go back again because it wasn't good yet. And I got back in there, and I said, it's not fixed. And he's like, what? I said, there's something making a lot of noise still. So he's like, okay, let's go for a drive, and you ride in the passenger seat, and you can tell me what noise you're worried about. And we got about a block from the shop, and it started making this horrendous, grinding, awful noise. And he looked at me, and I said, that's it. And he looked at me, and he says, well, I am like 99% sure that is the U-joints in the back. So let's take it back to the shop and fix that. So that was another $100, but that was without any labor. He didn't charge me labor because he felt really bad because he'd sent it off with it still doing that. So he didn't charge me labor for that.
I wasn't flipping anybody in particular off. My wife flipped me off, so I flipped her off back.
Oh, isn't that so sweet? Hi, Tahani. I love you.
Mom says she loves you.
Hi, Pam. I love you too.
She says she loves you back.
I heard her. Hi, Bob.
Hey, Bob. What's going on, bud? How you been? How's everybody been? I haven't been online in a long time. I apologize about that. I've just been doing my game streams.
Well, you got your new job going. Did they shut down your karaoke bar again?
Yes.
I kind of figured that when I saw it on the news. I thought, well, Chappie's not going to be happy because he likes to go out and karaoke.
You know what? I sated the need for 2 weeks in a row. So you know what? I'm okay with that.
I meant,
My policy is if I am drunk enough to sing karaoke, I am too drunk to stand up to sing karaoke. It is
I've heard
unfortunately
all
a policy I don't always follow.
No, I don't know. It's something fun I like to do.
I end up just sitting at the table belting out Disney tunes in between other people's songs
Oh.
and Irish folk songs, but never like a complete song, just bits and pieces.
Oh.
Yeah, I am
Just what pops in your head at the time. I understand.
Yeah,
And then you're big enough where people are like, I'm not going to mess with that guy.
yeah. That's the beauty of looking like I do. That and everybody assumes that I'm a pool shark, so nobody really challenges me. And if they do and I lose, they're like, "Oh, he's playing a game." Honestly, I just suck at pool.
I
yeah.
understand. Everybody thinks I smoke weed, so I know I get it. I totally understand.
Wait, you don't?
Oh man, I wish I could.
Priscilla, hi.
Hey Priscilla, how you been?
So I'm going to show everybody the cards I'm giving away tonight because not everybody was in here when I showed them.
Go big screen for us, Pam.
Yeah, I was just thinking I'll do that. I'll just for a second, guys. I'm going to take the screen over just long enough to show them the cards off.
It's not like they need to look at my ugly mug anyways.
Hell.
Okay, so for tonight's giveaways, we have a little drawing of GoldenEye ducks, which I don't like it, but I'm giving it away.
Now, the mark of a true artist, not liking your own work.
That's right. And we got a buffalo bull. Actually, he was a pretty big bull. I wish they'd show up a little bit better without the glare, but. And we have a seagull.
Mine.
Mine. And we have a western grebe.
I like the eye on it.
Is that a duck or a?
It's a water bird, but they aren't really a duck.
Can I
They're
wear
kind
a
of, if I was going to say what they're closest to, it'd be like a loon.
I'm gonna have to get you to draw me a solarphage one of these days. You wouldn't like to draw it. Never mind.
What is it?
Sun spider.
Oh, I don't like spiders, but I wouldn't mind drawing one.
It's not a spider. It's not quite a scorpion.
Oh,
They call them camel spiders.
Oh,
Oh,
those are
the-
terrifying.
yes, yes, they are.
But a ton of
I've
detail.
seen
It'd be really cool to
photographs
draw.
I think they're. I don't. We have them here in Texas. First time I saw them, I looked down. I was like, I've been to the Middle East. I knew all the tropes. I looked down. I was like,
That's where I've seen them as photographs of like soldiers in Afghanistan holding them up.
yeah,
And
they're not that. They're like this big. They're not
nasty
huge.
looking.
They're.
Yeah, they're big enough to keep me out of Texas.
Well, no, the ones here in Texas are like this big.
Oh,
No.
okay.
And they're not spiders, Sandy. They're arachnid. Arachne, I guess you could say. It's fine.
For all you D&D nerds out there, they're at least a CR6.
44 Mad Guy brought up a great point. Guys, hit up Pam's Patreon.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
Mom,
I
you have
have
a
a
Patreon now.
Patreon, and it's got awards on it for $5 a month. About every 3 months, because I'm not always right on the ball, but around every 3 months you'll get one of these cards, an original drawing. And for $25 and up a month, you get a limited edition print every 3 months, which I'm getting ready to send some out Monday. And for $50 a month, you get an original drawing once a year. And for $100 a month, you get an original oil painting once a year.
Holy
So that is my Patreon.
curse
And I've
words.
also got, which Derek just threw up there, I now have a website where you can go look at my work. And for $1 a month on my Patreon, for just a single dollar a month, all my Patreons get first choice on any drawings that I post. I post there first and give it a couple days before I post it anywhere else. So Patreons have first choice on everything.
I feel like I have to say this. Today is the last day of someone having 10 fingers.
Yes, yes. Someone out there is going to lose a finger tonight. Yep.
Oh, cichlids. You don't feel bad for him. That's Darwinism right there.
Gotta love alcohol and explosives.
Oh man. Oh, I was smoking out back before the stream, or when the stream was going. I was getting ready, and someone set off a bunch of fireworks, and they all cheered, and I yelled "America!" just in my biggest Texas redneck, you know.
Bubba voice.
Yeah, I heard "Hell yeah!" and I was like, "Yeah."
I did that the other day driving by somebody's yard party, and I yelled, "Play some Skinner!" Woo!
Oh man, they're like, "Hell yeah, brother, let's do that!" And they hit the little button.
Yeah, which is funny because I was listening to actually a French band at the time called Deuce Kawa.
I should have taken a Xanax instead. I yelled at everyone and slammed things around like a child. Wait, what's going on, Igor?
Sounds like a good day.
I mean, way to get a fireworks display this year. Over. I think over.
I think, I don't know if they're even doing any in town here. A lot of places have canceled them because of the fact that big crowds gather to watch them.
What is it? Someone said, "Oh, we're gonna stream the fireworks." Has anyone ever went on YouTube and watched firework displays?
Yeah.
No, you don't. You know, it's something you have to see with your eyes.
Yeah.
If you see an a-hole at a fireworks display doing one of these, just slap their phone out of their hand. Nobody on YouTube cares. Nobody on Facebook cares about that.
Yeah.
That sounds messed up. I'm sounding really judgmental right now.
I mean, to be honest, 70% of people at a live show don't actually care about the fireworks either. They're there because it's the thing to do.
Well, I
They're
took
with their baby.
you kids. Oh, very cool, Bob. Very cool. I took you kids to all the fireworks and stuff. I remember, I don't know if you remember or not, Tucker, but one year we went to Othello for the fireworks. And when we got home, there was a huge, we lived in that gray split level house.
Mhm.
And there was a huge lightning storm. And we just took a bunch of chairs and sat out in the yard and watched the lightning storm all around us. And it was a whole
Nothing
lot.
is more impressive.
It was
than
a
lightning
whole
storm
lot.
in the desert.
Yeah, it was a whole lot more impressive than the fireworks show that we'd just come back from.
Lightning storms in the deserts are like they just exude power.
Yeah, and where we lived, it was like a desert, high desert plateau. So it was very nice lightning storm.
I'm not a fan of that because with that became tornadoes and hail and ruined my poor Mustang.
Yeah.
Dragon Lair, your town did them, but everyone had to stay in their cars. I mean, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
You want to see fireworks, but you have to stay with the people that you're always with. You know.
The most impressive fireworks that I ever saw, and I saw them every night not every night, but every night I worked for a year and a half, was Disneyland. And I would always time my break to go out and sit and watch the fireworks while I was having a cigarette, taking a break.
Yeah, there you go.
They had some pretty good fireworks, but they had a specialist in fireworks that would set off ones that would go into the shapes of hearts and stuff like that. So,
Oh yeah. I
yeah.
saw one of those when I was a kid in Fort Worth.
Yeah, they can do some real impressive stuff with that.
And they do at Disneyland. They do it to where it's like over the top of the Princess Castle, and there's hearts and like different shapes and colors and stuff. And it's a pretty impressive fireworks show.
It's pretty iconic, the whole Disney thing.
Yeah.
Hello,
My
World
personal-
Aquarium Singapore.
My personal favorite fireworks show was going to Rowena Lookout over the gorge and watching the fireworks in the distance in the Dalles, in the distance down the river in Hood River, and mostly watching the idiots across the river in Lisle at their park on fire.
Oh yeah. Were you with us at? You were with us, but I don't remember how old you were. We were in the Dalles, so you might have been too young to
I
remember.
would have been like 2.
Yeah, so you wouldn't remember. But we went down.
Totally remember.
We went down by the dam
I'm shitting my pants.
for the
That's
fireworks.
right.
They set off the fireworks off the dam, right? Divide the Columbia River. So we decided to go right down to the river and watch them, right by the dam. Well, to get down there, you have to go down a dirt trail down the side of a hill, like down this single lane dirt trail. And we got down there. There was quite a few people down there. We parked and stuff. And like Tucker said, you can sit there and watch the fire starting across on the other side of the river from people setting off fireworks when it's all dry grass over there.
It's so beautiful. Cheatgrass
Yeah.
goes up like that.
Yeah, cheat grass goes
And
up
you see the
fast.
flashing lights coming down the
So
hill.
but the fireworks off the dam and being right there, being real close, it was gorgeous over the top of the river and stuff. The problem was that some kids were playing on the railroad tracks, which was also all dry cheatgrass with sparklers, and they set it on fire. And we couldn't leave. There's this fire starting right beside us in the dry cheatgrass. And it's a single trail down, which the fire trucks are coming down. It was exciting. Yes.
But,
And that was the only time we ever did that.
that kind of happened.
Because we were kind of trapped. You know?
Hey, Pam, did you see what Bob said?
No.
I feel like this is leading up to you running over somebody again.
Oh,
Pam.
thank you, Bob.
It happens a weird amount of times. That happened to us, well, me, when I was
Oh, nice, Amy.
19?
Thank you.
Doing fire safety in the Dalles with the fire crew out there. And it was 4th of July, and some kids lit one of the barges on fire. So, and then, this is my favorite part, the volunteer fire department came down, also from Lisle, or maybe from Wake, I don't remember, and started spraying off the top of the barge with a hose, which just spread oil onto the river itself. So the river's on
The river was
fire.
on fire.
It was not a good night. I think that was one of the instances that killed my love for fireworks, honestly.
Yeah, well, that was, like I say, that trip down, when we went down by the river, that was the only time we did that because the grass was on fire and we were parked in the grass.
Yeah. And when cheatgrass
And
starts, cheatgrass doesn't stop.
And we had no way to get out of there because they weren't letting anybody get up on that trail because the fire trucks had to come down that trail. So yeah, it was not a particularly fun time. Did you see my cup, Tucker? You like that one?
Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. In England, it would actually be a polite thing to say.
Yes.
Hey, Thirsty Rabbit.
Hell, hi, Thirsty. The website, I think Derek's got it. Can you throw up the website, Derek? My website? And I'm going to go ahead and give away one card. I'm going to give away the Golden Eyes first because I don't like them. So we're going to give away this one with the Golden Eye Ducks. And the rules of the giveaway is I write down a number and everybody gets one guess at the number. and whoever comes closest without going over wins that card. And it doesn't matter where in the world you are because I can ship it anywhere. I can and I do and I have. And you only get to win once a night. So I'm going to write down a number for the golden eyes. And it's going to be a number between 1 and 50. And I got a number written down. And I'm going to type start. And like I say, one guess a piece. And whoever's closest without going over, if there's a tie, then we do a tiebreaker between the people that tied.
So Pam, I think I might be broken, Pam.
You're broken?
I like room temperature beer.
Oh, that's just gross.
It's not broken. That's just, European. And honestly, depends on the beer. Like a good German Dunkel or a good like Czechoslovakian beer, so much better at room temperature. But
Yeah, the first beer I had, that thing went down fast. Oh, are we already guessing, guys?
Yep. So throw out a guess if you want to.
What are the number 1 to 50?
Yep.
All right.
Night Fish Tank Barn.
Night, Mike.
Have a wonderful night, bud. Thanks for coming. Fish Tank, I mean, you might want to wait around for a couple seconds to win the picture.
Big J, throw out a number between 1 and 50 real quick.
Big J did.
Also, just a heads up, GRB Aquatics and Sandy Dowdy both guessed 33.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens.
Yep, it happens, and then I just do a tiebreaker. Anybody,
Okay.
somebody ties. But I'm going to type stop because I think everybody's about done. And then, okay, so the number is 38. I don't know if you can see that. 38 is a number, and I think Igor guessed 37, and I think that was the closest. Unless somebody else got closer, but I was kind of watching it, and I think Igor is the winner of this one. Yes.
Yep, Igor nailed it.
Congratulations, bud.
So congratulations. And you need to send me your mailing address, preferably before morning, so I can get it ready to go out with the stuff Monday. I might.
No, it's pronounced Igor.
Igor. So I'm going to put in my email. Cut and paste my email because if you spell it wrong, I will not get it. So there is my email, and send me your mailing address.
Mom, do you happen to have a link to your Patreon you can post as well?
Yes, I will get it right now.
Excellent.
No, you're all right, Anthony. You got to get off that dial-up internet, though, bud. I'm just playing. I keyed. Hee.
And, okay. So I'm going to put in my Patreon.
There is the Patreon link right there.
Oh, Garrett got it
That
too.
guy.
Nick Fish and More nailed it.
Dan's Fish calls you Edgert. Okay. So that's one card in about 45 minutes or so. We'll do another one.
Oh, pop out chat. There we go.
I don't even hear any fireworks going off here at all. Of course, there isn't any allowed in the trailer court because of the fire danger. So,
Trailers all being made of cheap gas.
yes.
Those things that go up quick. No, you would think actually that the owners would allow it because they don't want them there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new owners. Yeah, they want everybody gone anyway.
They're handing out what are the little M80s or stuff.
Hi,
It's a
Teresa.
pack of poppers.
Chicklets, hi. Yeah, about, I think it was a year, 2 years ago in March. March before this last one. Um, I woke up one morning and it was about 21 degrees outside, and the wind was blowing at a sustained about 50 miles an hour with heavier wind gusts here and there.
Jesus.
But it was a pretty steady 50-mile-an-hour wind, right? So I got up and I got my coffee. I had to go to work that day. And I was sitting here drinking my coffee and I heard a bunch of people yelling. And I looked out the window to see what the heck was going on, and kind of off the corner of my backyard, and there was like a dirt road, that circles through the trailer court right behind my back fence. And there was cop cars parked right by my yard. And I looked over and there was a fire truck and a fire. Yes. And about that time, one of the cop cars was driving through the trailer court telling everybody to get out now. Evacuate now. So I just threw on some pants and grabbed Buddy and went out and got in my truck and took off.
Thanks, Fishy Fun.
And I parked on the side of the road for a while watching. And about when noon came, I figured I'd better call in work because I'm not dressed to go to work. And I can't get back into the trailer. And I'm watching like tanker trucks drive by and turn into the trailer court. And this big wall of flame in the trailer court back close to where my house is. And about 6 o'clock, they said they put out messages for everybody from the trailer court to go to a Red Cross meeting at the fairgrounds.
Always a good sign.
Yes, always a good sign. So I got over there, and I'd been hearing that there was some trailers lost, that there was at least 8 lost. Well, it got over there, it was 9 trailers were gone. And luckily mine was not one of them. But it was like 10 o'clock that night before I could get back home. So that was fun. And how it started was one of the trailer owners, with 50-mile-an-hour winds, decided his water pipes froze. And he decided to thaw out his water pipes with a blowtorch.
What's more amazing to me is he had a blowtorch.
Yeah.
If you have a blowtorch, you're required by law to use said blowtorch. I think that's in the redneck section 3, paragraph 4.
Yeah, well, he burned down his house and 8 other ones.
Oh, accumulative damage was $10,000. No, that's terrible.
And he left the country.
Yeah, that's also part of the rules of having a blowtorch, is if you burn down more than 3 people's houses at the same time, you just have to leave the country.
Yeah.
Is there anything more American than that? Really?
Yeah.
That's
at that
American.
point, you go to South Africa and you become a mercenary.
Oh.
Yeah, there were some people that were not real happy.
You an old blowy.
What the hell? I got a blowtorch too, Chappie. Rude. You're required to use it, especially today.
Hey, Zen. You got a big package coming to you. I think yours is one of them that's going out Monday, Zenny. I explained all this earlier, but I have this problem where I have no debit card right now, and I have to go to the post. I have to go to the bank and get cash out and all that stuff. So a bunch of stuff's going out Monday.
Yeah, it's 2020. We're just happy that we're not currently in the fire.
I know, it's like everything. For all the timing. For somebody to screw with my debit card and get it canceled and then not get another one during a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and the bank's closed and you got to go through the drive-through wait in line forever and get cash out, and it's like, oh my God. It's like, could it have happened at a better time?
And my favorite fish store shut down for the summertime.
Oh no.
Possibly indefinitely.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Rest in peace, fish store.
Yeah. They had just started up. They were
Yeah,
there
that new
next
one. That's what I was gonna say. It must be
Yeah.
that new one.
Well, I mean, they're still going. Like you can order fish through their website. They set up like through Facebook, and they'll meet you at the curb. But
Yeah.
they can't afford to keep employees in there, so that doesn't bode well. Like
They can
fish
start
stores,
Ubering fish.
right? There's got to be a good like pun for that for Ubering.
Well, I can say that my bank had just opened up
Oh
the
well.
lobby. My bank had just opened up the lobby, and then I got, luckily I got in and got a new card ordered again. But they just opened up the lobby and they had to shut it again because things are getting out of control in Wyoming.
Hopefully that guy got off his ass and sent you the card.
Yeah, just the look on his face when he brought it up on the computer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just the look on his face and the little bit of stammering. I'm pretty sure he forgot to order it.
He still hasn't ordered it. He actually burnt down 4 homes with a blowtorch and flame detector.
There you go. Ginger, no, my memes are my favorite ones right now are the ones that said, like, who has volcano sharks? It's like, it's apocalyptic bingo or something like that.
Yeah, I posted that one.
Yeah. I miss when it was just waiting for a stimulus check and murder hornets. Those were the good old days.
Yeah, murder hornets, they don't even talk about those anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How bad is news when a hornet that's this big isn't on it anymore?
Yeah.
That's scary.
I was just talking on Facebook to a friend of mine that lives in Scotland. We've been friends for like, oh God, forever. But, they have it pretty much in control, and he just shakes his head. He said it's not just our government, it's the people sitting there arguing about wearing masks and all this other stupid stuff,
Oh, yeah.
He said the whole world is like looking at the United States in total horror.
Well, it amazes me that people equate wearing a mask to living in fear. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, do you wash your hands after cutting raw chicken?
Do you wear a seatbelt?
Do you avoid drinking directly out of a ditch? Those
Yeah.
are all health issues.
Oh, wait a second. What if I have a life straw?
Okay, that's fine.
And then the people say
I'm not sure how that helps with the raw chicken, but I would give it a
the
shot.
people say that you're inhaling your own carbon dioxide and it'll kill you. And I'm like, what about doctors and nurses that wear a mask for a 12-hour shift for years and years and years?
Yeah, everyone at my
That is
hospital
totally
would be dead.
stupid.
Well, see, when nurses and doctors go to school for that, they have to go through like a NASA training exercise that they grow immune to their own carbon dioxide.
I saw some
That's
pretty
fine.
funny memes.
Okay, let me go back and look, Amy. Amy says she guessed 38. And if she did, I totally missed it, so I got to scroll way back up there and check.
Oh, Zen, I think New England Inler was making a joke.
Okay.
But, I mean, did someone guess 38?
Amy says she did, so I'm looking to see.
Wait, Control F, 38.
I see start 22, 31, 37, which was Igor. 11, 33, 33, 42, 7, 19, 46, 28, 29, 24, 1, 12, 27, and stop. So if you guessed 38, it wasn't during the time frame, and it didn't. And I'm on live chat, so it didn't show up at all if you did. So I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But there's 3 more cards to give away tonight. So
Also, Rockford fish keeping, that happened to me once. I had a firework somebody fired from some place bounce off of my hat. A little bit too close for comfort.
oh my God.
I was wearing a leather Australian hat and it just rolled along the side.
Oh, I remember one time we were setting off fireworks in the driveway,
Funny.
and your dad set off like this rocket thing, and it hit your Uncle Todd's brand new car.
Oh, man.
he was not extremely thrilled.
No. Dad's lucky Uncle Todd is as nice and gentle as he is, and didn't pick him up in a bear hug and crush his spine.
Yes.
Hail. How's everybody doing out there? Video a few minutes to stop filming after I got hit with a firework. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah, Rockford. Did you guys see there was somebody posted no, it was a YouTube video that I watched where somebody set off some kind of fireworks, illegal fireworks, and it went in someone's window and started a house fire.
Oh.
Yep, it was on a news clip last night that I watched. That's not a good thing.
This is one of the busiest times of year for fire crews.
Oh yeah.
The other one being the night before Thanksgiving.
Fireworks? On
For fire
Thanksgiving?
crews. No. For fire crews.
Oh, yeah.
Drunk
The
people
frozen
with
chickens.
fireworks, and then
Yeah,
people-
deep fried
yeah.
turkeys. Yeah.
People
deep
do
fried
that.
turkeys.
Yeah, people do that.
Or
like
ovens
like
malfunctioning in
cooking-
the middle of the night.
cooking the turkey in a big pot of peanut oil or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they start stuff on fire.
We had one gal up in Libby that like fell asleep while she was cooking at 4 a.m. She was feeding like 80 people, and something lit on fire in her oven, and she didn't notice till half the kitchen was on fire, and it was too late.
Oh no.
Yeah. Also, I'm glad I'm not the only one who blew up toys with fireworks, except I didn't want to get in too much trouble, so I tended to blow up my own toys.
I was not a psychopath. I did not blow up my toys with fireworks.
I threw dirt clods at little plastic soldiers too.
Well, I remember when I was a kid, the thing to do, because we all like picked strawberries out in the strawberry fields, and the thing to do was to take the cherry bombs and throw them in the outhouse, like through a hole in the outhouse, and put a cherry bomb through the hole in the outhouse when someone was in it.
Wait a second. Pam, that started off so effing wholesome.
Yeah, right?
And then it went, "Arr!" Wait a second.
I was just thinking, like, yeah, see, the GI Joes don't seem that bad now, do they?
I was like, oh yeah, we didn't do stuff like that. Strawberries, picking, and then she's like, and then you take a cherry bomb and you shove it up a squirrel's butt. Who cares? Just blow the thing up.
Chuck it into the shitter.
Jeez.
Now it's a 3-holer.
Man, that was so nice and pleasant. I'm like picturing it. I'm like, yeah, strawberries. I mean, it's running down your face, and
Respect.
throw that cherry bomb in that shitter. Oh man. And she usually blames us for taking the stream off rails. It was Pam.
Yeah. When I was like 14, 15, I was living with my dad up Cherry Heights, and we had this massive, massive tree out in the backyard. This is a rental property, mind you. And the tree was just infested with millions and millions of vicious little ants.
Of what?
Ants.
Oh,
Vicious
ants.
little
Yeah.
ants. And
Those
normally they
little
don't
red
bother me too much, but I was digging around doing something, and like ants started biting my leg. So I decided I was going to take care of this little problem. And I went into the shop and I got every spray can that had like flammable, and I shoved it in crevices of the tree and took some shotgun powder and made a circle around it. Oh yeah. I mean, just everything I could get my hands on, lighter fluid and everything. Old shop filled with supplies, right? And I lit it on fire. And the tree blew up. And just about then, Dad's truck started coming up the driveway. So it was really, really hard to try and convince him that lightning struck him.
Did you get your butt whooped for that one?
Yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, you might have deserved that.
No, there's some times when I look back and I'm like, wow, Dad was a real jerk for being angry about that. That is not one of those times. That's one of those times where I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to go back and beat my ass.
Jeez. This beautiful thing that gives oxygen to the world.
Yeah.
No, let's blow it up, hell.
I
You
mean,
weren't even drinking.
Yeah. I know.
You can't even use. You weren't 18, so you weren't an adult either.
No. I was like I said, I was like 14 or 15. So it was. I mean, it was that or jerk off. Right? So what
Did I ever
what
tell
else are
you?
you gonna do in the country when you're 14, 15? Blow something up or rub something out.
Did I ever tell you about going for a horseback ride with your dad? And
Oh,
that was when we lived
that's
outside of Royal City. And we were out riding through the sagebrush.
Wait a second, Pam. Is this gonna start off real polite and then just go? Whoa!
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no! Okay, Igor, thank you. So anyway, we were out riding through the sagebrush,
Hey, Turbo.
and your dad decided that he needed to go to the bathroom. So he was riding Pepper. I don't know if you remember Pepper.
I remember Pepper.
Yeah, and I was on Holly. So he got off Pepper and he handed me the reins. And he goes off, he's got like his back to me and he's standing there peeing like guys do with his back to me, right? And I don't know what it is about guys, but they think they have to stand on the highest ground to take a leak.
Yeah, the person who pees from the highest spot owns the world. That's the rule.
Yeah, well, he owned the world from atop of one of those ant hills with the red ants, that are half head and pinchers. Those little gravel ant hills. So he's standing there taking a pee, and I started to say something, and I thought, it really isn't my business where he goes to the bathroom, right? So I remember he comes back, and he takes the reins, and he swings up on Pepper, and he looks at me and says, "What the hell are you grinning about?" I'm like, "Nothing, So he takes off down the trail ahead of me, and he hadn't gone more than 12 feet. And all of a sudden he goes, "Jesus Christ." And he starts slapping his pant legs. And he jumped off the horse and went down his pants, and he's slapping his legs, and he's like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "It's probably ants."
Yep. Some people are just meant to be divorced.
Coffee went down the wrong pipe.
Rockford, I saw that.
Anyway, yeah, he wasn't too happy with me.
Us guys don't think that's very funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
No, we have we have
It's like a universal nerve ending.
yeah.
So
yeah,
all
so
of us
we
are
watch a video of a guy getting hit in the nuts. We're like, oh.
Yeah.
So something stinging your area.
Yeah.
We're like, You don't know that. I mean, speak for yourself, Chappie. That's hilarious AF.
Oh, these ants, they're little red ants that make these gravel piles. And they are literally half of them is head and pinchers. And when they bite you, they leave a good welt.
Fire ants. Good times.
My other favorite thing that happened with your dad that I'll never forget, it's before you were born, because if I remember right, I was pregnant.
That ended the good memories for sure.
It was I think I was pregnant with Jessica, and we went camping on Mount Hood with your grandma and grandpa up at Lost Lake on Mount Hood. And we had one camping spot, and your grandma and grandpa were in the camping spot next to us with their camper. But we had an old canoe, handmade canoe, and it had about 6 inches of freeboard when you sat down in it. But the thing was, one side had a seat, and the other side you had to sit in the V because there was no seat, right? So Dwayne and I would get in the canoe and go out trolling at the edges of the lake all day for fishing. And it was Memorial Day, and it was snowing, so it was cold. But every day we were up there, we'd go out in the morning and come in, at night. And your dad always went in first, and pulled the canoe up on the shore a little bit, so that he could push off and get in it in the morning. I'd get in, then he'd push off. But I always had to sit in the V. even though I was pregnant and stuff, because your dad, he had to have the seat. So I always had to sit in the V. Well, this one morning, it was snowing and he had on like a flannel shirt and vest and all that stuff. And for some reason, he'd come in backwards the night before. So he went out and he climbed in the canoe and sat down in the seat out in the water and told me that I had to push the canoe off the shore and jump in. And he said, don't get your feet wet. So I was extremely nervous because I knew that if I got my feet wet in the process of shoving the canoe off and jumping in, he was going to be mad at me and yell at me all day long while we were out there fishing. So I still remember I put one hand on each side of the canoe and I shoved it off from the shore and I jumped in and it just kind of went like that, And I was so happy because I jumped in, my feet were not wet. I did it. So I sat down and I looked up and he wasn't there. He wasn't in the canoe.
That's pretty funny.
And I looked off the side and he was standing in waist deep water. And his face was bright red. And the fishing tackle box was at the bottom of the lake, so he had to bend over and grab the tackle box.
Oh.
So he was totally soaked. So we go walking back up the camp, and he's walking in front of me, and he's sloshing with every step. And I was just cracking up. And like I say, he was all dressed up in his flannels, and it was snowing. And we got up to camp, and his mom had a fit. And she started yelling, oh my God, you're going to catch pneumonia. And she went in the camper and she got out a bunch of towels and stuff. And she was drying them off at the picnic table. She was like drying them off with all these towels. And I was sitting at the other picnic table watching. And every time she looked up and glared at me, I'd burst out laughing. And I looked over and his dad, your grandpa Don, was sitting on the steps of the camper drinking a beer, and he was like staring at the top of the bottle and wouldn't look up.
Trying his damnedest not to burst out laughing.
I know, exactly. If he would have looked up, he would have been laughing with me.
So
that's funny as hell. He deserved that.
I really miss Grandpa Don. Grandpa Don was awesome.
He was pretty funny.
I was over at his place one time, and we were sitting there, we were watching like Gunsmoke, and we were smoking tobacco pipes. I had a nice vanilla Cavendish. He was smoking like cherry, something nasty, but we were sitting there quietly all day and whatnot. And the dad came in and was ranting and raving about something that happened at work that wasn't that big of a deal. Like one of the tools went missing for 15 minutes and it was the end of the damn world. He was pissed off and everything. Then he stomps over to the fridge and he throws it open and what the hell? All you have is hams, blah, 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 blah. And Grandpa says, well, there's something, there's one of your beers out in the other fridge. So Dad stomps outside and everything. My grandpa, quiet, very just solid, never really spoke very loudly or anything, never said boo kind of thing. Dad slams the door on the way out and Grandpa looks at me and goes, what a prick. Yes, that is accurate.
I remember one time I went for a horseback ride with your grandpa Don, and we had that pony Sammy. I don't know if you remember Sammy or not.
Oh, I remember Sammy.
Sammy was a pain in the ass, right? And your grandpa was riding the other one, the paint, and I was riding Sammy. And Sammy was a big pony, but not big enough to be able to put a saddle on him, so I was riding him bareback. And we started out, and we got a little ways out, in the sagebrush, and I told Don, I said, goddamn pony, I said, he's see him working his mouth, he's going to try to get the bit in his mouth, in his teeth, and then he's going to turn and head for home. So I no sooner said that, and he got the bit in his teeth and turned around and at a full gallop started heading back for the house. So as we're going by the shop, I just turned him in the shop. and rode him around and around and around in a circle until he got tired. And then I came back out of the shop and headed down the trail again. And we went for our ride. And we got back to when we were done with our trail ride, we got back to the house, and Dwayne came out, and your grandpa Don looks at him. He says, "You never told me something about your wife, Dwayne." And Dwayne says, "Oh yeah, what's that?" And he says, "She speaks horse very well." Because I was cussing up a storm the whole time. I was like pulling him around in a circle in the gallop. And I was cussing up a storm, and your grandpa says, "Yeah, she speaks horse real well." It was funny anyway.
Chevy, that sounds like an improvised explosive. Jesus.
Oh
Hopefully
my goodness.
that wasn't recently.
My friend Victor and I, when I was about 17, took sparklers and would wrap tape, like electrical tape, really, really tight around like a bundle of 20 of them, stick them down on like a pipe or a hole, and light the fuse and see how deep of a hole we could make in a mud puddle.
Sparklers.
Sparklers. Because they start burning and it builds up pressure and then they pop.
Oh. Jesus. I mean, I played with fire like any kid, but I never got crazy with explosives.
Yeah, I'm starting to sound way crazier than I actually ever think I am.
Why do I think that there was a cookbook you've read once?
Oh, Derek, can you throw up Chappie's channel in case anybody's not sub to him?
Oh yeah, I haven't streamed in a while, and if I do stream, it's probably Dark Souls. I haven't been doing creepy stories that often. I'm not finding anything that I like.
Oh, you do creepy stories?
Yeah.
Not in a while, but yeah.
He's got the best voice for reading creepypasta stories.
Well, shoot, if you start up again, like that's mainly what I'm on YouTube for. Is at work, when everybody goes home in the evenings, I listen to like cheesy narrations of bad horror stories.
Yeah,
There's
I got
nothing quite like hearing somebody go, "I'm a 16-year-old girl."
Yeah, that happens. You're reading it and you're like, yeah, and my name's Samantha. Oh man. No, I got a few hundred videos that you could probably peruse through.
Excellent, yeah. Snap that.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyways, hopefully everybody in the chat has all 10 fingers. No one's blowing any off. We're all inside watching Pam. I hope you're clicking on her Patreon or her PayPal. Has anybody posted that in a while? Oh.
Yep. Stories too. I say Chappie has the best voice for reading creepy stories.
There's only so many good narrators on YouTube, and you run out of content, and then you're like, no, I'll listen to this weird sounding like British kid that sounds like he's 15.
Like the biggest problem I've found, besides reading live, which you tried that, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's not that. It's the stories just keep getting longer and longer. So something might say 15 minutes, and you read it, it's like 45 minutes of just straight reading out loud. And you try not to stop because you just want to get to the end of that bastard.
Right. Do you just do creepypasta, or do you do Reddit paranormal?
I do no sleep and creepypastas.
No sleep.
Any good story that's not crazy long, it's engaging. Yeah. Not sprinkled with a lot of curse words and stuff.
I think my favorite was Po Po.
Oh, the Po Po Po? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. Chappie, I had a dog that was nervous wreck when fireworks were going off, so I don't shoot fireworks at all. Aw.
Yeah, our cats tend to hide. Well, not Merkel. Merkel's asleep on the chair. He's bulletproof.
Merkel?
Yeah, we got Merkel, Torm, and Elminster.
Right on. Lost an eye. You're not supposed to be like, I gotta get real close to this one to see how it goes. I'm sure something blew up. You gotta have some safety glasses.
I mean, to be fair, if you're gonna lose a body part, one eye is kind of the way to go because eye patches are pretty cool.
I mean, but you lose depth perceptive.
Yeah, so buy some automatic, spray and pray. And also avoid light switches that have the pull string. I had a friend that was missing an eye, and he said those were the worst because you can't grab them.
I would just start hanging those lights in those strings in his house,
just everywhere.
You don't look down the barrel after you light it. I mean, I don't.
Right.
I like these things.
Jeffrey apparently does.
I mean, I don't know if it's lit or not. I think it is.
With me, I remember one time. Hi, Chewy. We had this friend. You wouldn't remember.
Hey, Chewy.
It was years ago. But we had this friend that had a some kind of a muscle disease. I don't remember what it was, but he shook really bad when he didn't drink. He drank a lot because the drinking would calm his muscles down. But if he didn't drink, his hands and stuff would shake and stuff. And he'd been on
alcoholism.
Yeah, that sounds like just alcoholism.
No, he had been on Social Security since he was 18, and he was like 29 or something like that. And Social Security sent him a letter saying that they had reevaluated his case and decided that he didn't need to be on Social Security. So he needed to return the money to them, and enclosed is a self-addressed stamped envelope for your convenience. Something like $29,000, you know. Shit. But all he did was he quit drinking for a couple days and went to his doctor and got retested, and he got back on his Social Security. But I still remember that letter, and the enclosed is a self-addressed stamped envelope for your convenience. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jeff, you know Jeff, right? Right, Tucker? Your dad's friend, Jeff.
Igor,
Anyway.
you lost your right leg 3 years ago. Hopefully it wasn't fireworks.
What are you people doing out there with fireworks?
It's okay.
I vaguely remember Jeff.
Anyway, Jeff was, he had gotten a car, he was going to repaint it. So he was sanding the old paint off the car. And he told this kid, that had this muscle problem, he said, we're just going to tie sandpaper on both your hands and lean you against the car.
I knew that was coming. I had to set the beer down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
We used to have Roman candle fights. We'd fire them at each other.
I mean, like bottle rocket fights, the kinds that don't blow up. Those are okay.
Yeah, we did those too, but we did like the tubes of Roman candles.
Yeah,
Thinking back, I'm really lucky. Like I have both my eyebrows.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, what do they really do?
And you guys think I was bad for throwing a
Mine
cherry
make me
bomb
look
in
like
an
a villain.
outhouse?
What'd you do, Pam?
Throwing the cherry bombs in the outhouse. You guys think that's so bad? You're talking about having fights with Roman candles.
Pam,
We didn't interrupt each other shitting.
Pam made shit fly. They were making other shit fly.
Yes.
So, oh, that's terrible.
See, Jellyfish did it. We also used to, when I was really little, before the Roman candle fights, one of my friends had this big sandy pit on their property and crabapple trees. So we built forts and like put tubes in them, like artillery, and had crabapple fights, just launching crab apples at each other. And we had some like makeshift shields that we had to put together so we could go get more crab apples when we ran low on ammunition. That was a blast. That was the Bo Kane. Remember him, Mom? Or the Canes, anyways? They
Yeah.
were nuts. That
Yeah.
was a family of batshit insane people.
Ginger, it's not too late to act a fool and just
Yeah.
throw explosives at things.
4th of July, go get some Roman candles. Get ready to start firing them at your relatives, but make sure you stare really close at the fuse to light it.
Granny always dated an old man with Parkinson's.
And demonetized.
Hey Bob, I don't think I understand that joke. You care to explain that one a little bit more? Let's see how far he'll take this. I'm interested now. You piqued my interest, Bob.
I'm stealing that joke.
That's
And that's the kind of content that I'm here for.
Hail. Oh. Anyways, poor Igor lost his leg. Did y'all read that?
Yeah.
I had a glance at that. Where'd you lose it at, man?
No, he said lost his leg. It was on. He like slid off ice. Damn, where's it at?
Lost my leg 3 years ago.
Oh my God, Bob.
Oh, did you reply?
Yes.
I don't know what that means, Bob. Oh, Chevy. Oh. Oh. I mean, I always kind of laughed at the morbid pictures of like someone hit a deer or a small animal, and they'll put a get well soon balloon on it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
dead rabbit on the side of the road with a shattered Easter basket and a bunch of broken eggs.
I've posted those before, and when I was in when I was in Texas, I would see armadillos, like that people would like roll over and prop up in the middle of the road with a Budweiser bottle, like stage them in the dead armadillos in the middle of the road with a Budweiser bottle.
That's
how you get leprosy.
That's kids that were very bored in Texas at that time.
Oh man,
Bob.
Yeah, did you see what Bob said? Finally.
Oh, Bob's on a roll tonight. Okay. Oh, Bob. Oh, man. Oh. This is very safe for work. He's not really saying anything at all. Oh.
I would have a pretty cool place, so.
Oh. Anyways.
Mom, did I ever tell you about sacrificing the goat?
Yes, you did, but tell the story.
So, I had this nice little place that was like an old Victorian-style house split into 3 ways. Beautiful, super cheap rent. Kitty corner, like across the street, was this older couple that was very, very disapproving of me and my lifestyle. even though my lifestyle basically consisted of working graveyard shifts and then sleeping during the day. They called my landlord and told him that I was having wild parties all night and whatnot. He's like, I know he's not, because he was at work. I stopped by and got gas, kind of thing, you know. So my dad was going on vacation and he had this pygmy goat, and he's like, I need somebody to look out for this damn goat. I was like, I'll put him in the backyard. So cooked up a plan with my friends, and we had already been accused of being demon worshippers and things like that because of our evil D&D games and whatnot. And I had a black Holocaust cloak that I used to dress as Death for Halloween one year. So, so we go and get this goat, load him up in the truck, drive him down to my place. I have on the black robe and everything, and we make a big, loud show of unloading this goat, making sure that the neighbors damn well saw us. And then we all went inside dressed in all black and everything, played really loud metal music for 15 minutes or so, and then came out with a bucket of warm red water with a lot of like red dye in it, and dumped it out onto the fresh snow outside, so it left like red splatters in the snow before it melted away. And then went back inside and quietly led the goat out back and tied him up in a little nice grassy spot that we cleared the snow away from and everything. And had a good old laugh about it for about 20 minutes before the cops showed up and wanted to search the place because we had murdered a goat without a license in town, and the neighbors were complaining about it. Oh, it was great. We led the cops back to the back, and we're like, oh, yeah, goat's right here. And they're like, okay, weird phone call, you know? But yeah, those neighbors hated me.
I remember
on the hood of the car still. So,
when Don and Jeff lived on the outside of town when we lived in the Dallas, and they had a little house out on the very edge of town, gravel road leading down to it and stuff. But he had a big garden in his backyard. And one of the neighbors had moved out and just let their rabbits loose. And they were destroying his garden. So he went out one day and he shot one of them that was in the garden. And somebody called the police on him. And the police the officer was standing there talking to him and telling him, you know, I'm not going to do anything this time, but you can't fire a gun in town and da-da-da-da-da, right? And he wanted to see the gun, and I forget what kind of gun it was, but it was an antique gun of some kind. And the officer was looking at it, and he asked Jeff, he says, do you shoot shorts? And Jeff said, no, just rabbits. And the officer started laughing so hard.
I know we're lucky you didn't get any of those rabbit skunks.
I don't get it.
Mom, remember the rabbit skunks that Aunt Nell was?
Yes, I've told that story, but I'll tell it again for anybody who hasn't heard it. I think most people probably have. But his Aunt Nell, my sister-in-law, wanted a rabbit, so I gave her this rabbit, and she named it George. And she had it, George, like, they had like a cyclone fence around their yard, and she set up a little doghouse for him, and he just was running around in the yard all the time, right? And after about 3 years, she called me up one day, and she says, you're going to have to come get George. And I was like, why? And she says, because we have a lot of skunks in our neighborhood, and I'm afraid that George is going to breed with the skunks. And I said, but Linnell, rabbits and skunks won't breed. And she says, oh, yes, they will. I said, no, they won't. And she says, yes, they will. I was listening to the news, and they were talking about the trouble that they were having with the rabbit skunks in Portland. I was like, yeah. Rabbit skunks.
Oh, man. I guess everybody's family's weird.
Yeah.
All right, Bob, I think I'm reading it wrong, but I'm sorry. Hey, Kiwi.
That sounds delicious, Kiwi.
Oh God, Bob.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, Bob.
Oh, I mean, oh,
Oh. Well, you guys know why the Montana sheep herder committed suicide? Because he heard the song "There'll Never Be Another You."
I don't get it. I'm sorry.
Oh dear.
How are
I'm slow on the uptake. I'm sorry.
how are the
You
Rolling
it's
Stones
spelled
and Scotsman
EWE. EWE is a female sheep,
Oh,
and it's pronounced you. Okay, I hate explaining jokes.
How are the
sorry.
Rolling Stones and a Scotsman different? The Rolling Stones saying, "Hey, you get off my cloud," and the Scotsman yells, "Hey, McLeod, get off my you."
Oh, oh,
Sigh.
that's
Wait, you know why we wear kilts, right? Sheep can
What?
hear zippers.
Oh God.
oh.
Okay, I'm gonna give away another drawing. Should I give away? I'm gonna save the grebe for last. So I got seagull
Seagull,
Mine?
and buffalo.
seagull.
Seagull next? Okay. We shall do the seagull next. I shall write down a number.
For the record, the buffalo is my favorite. But that's also because I am large, slow-moving, temperamental.
I'm not. No, I can tell dirty jokes, but a play on words isn't usually like.
The play on words are the best ones.
No, they're great. I don't know how to explain it.
That's not
They're
the kind
funny.
of humor that jumps out at you.
No, sometimes it is, but like just I'm not a goat person. No, I mean I'm a human person, but I'm I'm not a farmer or a person of the land, shall we say. The extent of my white trashiness ended in a trailer park.
Okay, so
We didn't have domesticated goats.
a Budweiser joke would go well, or like old cars.
I mean, I would understand it. Yeah.
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 Gotcha.
Okay,
You don't
so,
have the fund of knowledge to be able to make fun of like true country stuff.
so we're going to give away mine. And the number is going to be between 50 and 100. Whoever gets the closest without going over.
Dragon Laird knows.
One guess only. Oh my God, Tucker, you should have seen when I first did this. I let people keep guessing until someone got it. And it got totally out of control. I couldn't even. But anyway, that's why one guess only. Whoever comes closest without going over wins. I can send it anywhere. It doesn't matter where you live. And you get to win one time a night. That's the rules. And I'm going to hit start right now.
What? It sounds like WW Nam out there. Whose house is that?
That's probably mine.
Jeez,
We've
bud.
got yeah. There's a lot going on outside.
All right, I'm gonna go smoke, but I'll have my phone on me,
Okay.
so I will be blank for a little while. Okay.
Oh, have a puff for me.
Oh, I already drank my beer. I'll have to grab another beer too. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, I don't know if everybody's done. I'll give it another minute.
Yeah, quite a lot of answers in there.
So I'm going to type stop.
Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new edition.
And okay, I'm going to type stop. Okay, the number was number 66, and GRB got it exactly. So, GRB, you need to send me your address, and I'll put in my email address. Copy and paste my email so it goes through. And congratulations. And I know you're in Australia, but that's not a problem at all. I'll get it out Monday when I send everything else.
Igor.
Oh my God. Okay. So we got the seagull given away and the golden eyes given away, and we're still going to we'll do the buffalo next, and then the western green. You love that joke? Do you know why, or no, excuse me, I'll start over again. Do you know what you get when you cross a rabbit and an elephant? Do you know?
Stern rebuke from the ethics committee and your science lab defunded?
No. You get a big hole in the ground with a dead rabbit.
You remember my favorite joke when I was like 5? What do you get when you cross a rhinoceros with a parrot?
I don't remember.
Polly wants a cracker and he gets it now.
Hi, Mrs. Griffin. Okay, I'm going to have a cigarette while I'm watching chat. Okay, so you got to tell another story, Tucker.
Oh, what kind of story do you guys want?
I don't know.
Okay, let's see. What's not going to get things demonetized? Well, I don't have a lot of stories like that.
A shenanigans story.
So, when I was about 18, it was before I moved to Libby the first time. It was around, or it wasn't even around. It was New Year's Eve, and Dad had something he was going to with other people, like some New Year's party, so he was gone. So I held a little shindig out at the ranch, so to speak, and everybody brought alcohol, even though I didn't say bring alcohol. I was just like, yeah, come out to our house. So there was like, and because my friends knew me really well, all of the alcohol was Goldschlager and Jack Daniels. Then that was it, just Goldschlager, Jack Daniels, and 2 liters of Coke. And so I got a little bit, smashing the eggs under the table kind of thing. Very, very tipsy. And we ran out of snacks, and I think Tony wanted a pack of cigarettes. And everyone was too drunk to drive, and everybody knew it. So I was like, I'll go to town. And I don't know why I didn't take one of our horses. I stole the neighbor's horse.
What?
and rode the neighbor's horse towards town. And mind you, this is while wearing a fake Viking helmet and singing loudly. Rode this horse bareback. I don't know. I got probably 4 miles before somebody called the police, and the police show up and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Going to town." And they're like, "Is that your horse?" I was like, "This one isn't, but I have some." And that kind of thing. Like, I saw the red and blue lights and immediately sobered up and was like, "Oh." And they threatened to get me for basically operating a vehicle drunk, with the vehicle being the horse. And I was like, "But the horse is sober." And I think the best part of the night was that they woke my neighbors up to let them know that I had stolen their horse. And this is in Oregon, where technically it's still on the books that they could have hanged me, I should say. They could have hanged me from a tree and been within their legal rights to do so, because I was at that point a horse thief. But they thought that it was downright hilarious and elected not to press charges. And I thought that was great. And the cops said that they were going to call my dad in the morning and let him know and everything, but they never did. So I don't know. It's New Year's Eve. They were probably drunk too. And that's the story about me as a horse thief.
That's wearing a Viking helmet.
Wearing a Viking helmet. I was very drunk.
Where did my chat go? There it is.
Yeah, they can get you for riding a horse drunk, because I remember there was a guy in the Dalles that got a drunk driving ticket and got his license taken away. And then he got pulled over because he tried riding his lawnmower into town to drink.
Yeah.
And then he got pulled over for riding his horse into town to drink.
Oh, no, there's a really good video you got to watch on YouTube. It's the guy on a scissor lift, drinking beer, going to the store. He's like, "Come down. I ain't coming down. Come down. You come up and get me." And he raised it. And he lowered it. And he raised it. Yeah, I mean, he got arrested. Yeah. But it's really funny. Oh, that's terrible. How many people we got in the chat tonight?
It seems pretty busy.
37 right now.
37 with 34 likes. 35 likes.
It's not too shabby for a holiday.
There's my one down like. That's mine. That's for me.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, no, I didn't do it. I'm saying it's for me, though. I understand.
I always get at least one thumbs down on every stream.
There's probably somebody who just really doesn't like horse thieves.
No, somebody really doesn't like me, but it's okay. They always make sure they come in and give me a thumbs down.
They're probably like, "Man, God, it was 1974 and I sat down on a shitter and a firework went off. Strawberries and poop everywhere."
No, there was a really funny post. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Wait, I gotta find it real quick. Anyways, how's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully no one's getting their PTSD triggered or anything.
Yeah, that's another bad thing about nights like this. I've got a lot of veteran friends that have a hard time.
Oh, where's it
I
at?
can hear rumbles off in the distance now.
We're still going strong out here.
When I lived in Livingston, they set off, they had the rodeo weekend was July 4th. And they would set off fireworks every night after the rodeo. And then plus on July 4th, it'd be the town ones too. So I had found this perfect spot on a bridge over the river where you could sit and watch both of them. like one off to one side over the water and the other one off to the other side over the water. Buddy is the same. He's been the same for 3 days now. When I take him outside, Tucker, I have to make like a sling and put it in front of his back legs and lift him up so he can get back up the steps again.
That's rough.
He's getting really bad.
Aw.
Yeah.
He's getting really bad.
I found the thing I was talking about.
Hi, Susan.
There's this one 4th of July that always sticks out for me, 1997. That's the year my stepdad pulled me aside from the fireworks show to reveal that he bought a grenade. They were at the Grand Canyon. He tossed it down and saw it explode, and that's the year I called him Dad. And then someone replied, well, 1997 sticks out in my mind too. That's the one year me and my dad were at the bottom of a canyon, then he exploded. Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, we're up to 40. 40 thumbs up. There's only 37 people here. That's not right. The math isn't... The math...
Yeah, I
Whatever.
might have had like somebody swinging in. Russian bots.
That's... Don't say that. Don't say that. Jeez.
Yeah.
YouTube will shut you down for that stuff. Oh, mustache hair is going everywhere.
Yeah, mine's
Oh.
getting to the length now where I'm starting to eat it when I try and eat a sandwich. So that might be
I mean, mine kind of grows in all white trash like this with the, and then the little one right here, and then just, you know.
I used to really want to wax mine to the side and like curl them.
Oh, I hate
But-
that so much.
Then hipsters started doing it, and then my dad also started doing it.
Oh.
So I was like, nah, I'll just
To me, there's
keep looking like the Grimace walking around with a discarded Chewbacca mask on.
There you go.
there's nothing grosser than a wax mustache. That's just gross. I hate that.
Goiters.
I wax my mustache. I don't wax it. I put, whatever. Don't judge me.
I oil
No,
my
I
beard.
mean like the wax mustache where they like pull it clear out and twirl it. Ugh, that's just so nasty.
That's what I do.
I-
It's not
I
a
kind of wish I could do that. I wish I could do
Whatever.
that.
It's like, I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, I
Don't-
wish I
don't
had a
judge me.
pencil thin mustache. The Boston Blackbeard. Sorry.
I don't know that reference.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Buffett. I feel old now, and
No.
I'm not even that old.
I mean,
No, it's just if you hear Jimmy Buffett, you just feel old. It's like listening to Enya.
I grew up in Florida. I'm familiar with Jimmy Buffett. How old are you, Tucker?
37. Yeah, that checks out.
I'm older than Tucker.
But if it helps, I look older.
There you
It's
go.
it's the floofy white beard.
Aw.
Look like I teabagged Father Winter.
Priscilla, haha. Pam's like, that's gross, and Chappie goes, I do that, LOL.
Oh, it's like the handlebar mustache thing. You don't have a handlebar mustache.
Not right now. It's not waxed.
Yeah,
That's gross.
just saying he does wax it out with a handlebar.
That's
I
just
do
gross.
No, it's great for me. I like it.
Ugh.
I oil my beard every other day. I got a Hobson resin and one called Darl's Thistle.
You should dye your beard.
Nope.
Chattanooga Ed has a real nice goatee that he dyes bright red.
No,
I feel like Ed's the only man that can really pull that off.
yeah. I told myself a long time ago I wouldn't dye my beard, and it'll never be as good as the original colors anyways, back when it was like dark brown and then red on the edges and black in the middle.
Yeah, when you take away like gray hair to go bright red, people are like, that guy looks like he's nice to talk to. He looks nice. Like, maybe he likes Cthulhu. Who knows? Maybe he likes Cthulhu a little too much. But when you have like that, that's like, leave me alone.
I do like it too.
I
I'm
remember
fired. It happens, Priscilla. It happens.
one time, Al, Megan's dad, he asked me to pick him up some of that men's dye for beards and stuff because he was getting a little bit of gray in his mustache and beard. So I picked it up for him. And when I got home from work that night, he dyed his beard and his mustache and his eyebrows. And I called him Monkey Boy for like a month and a half till they grew out again.
That's one thing I'll never do. I'll never dye my hair.
Yeah. I always told myself I wouldn't dye my hair, and if I started going bald, I would just start shaving my head.
Oh.
And then, because my hair is too thick, I started shaving my head before going bald because it gets too hot in the summertime. But I'm getting the patch in the back of my head. I look like Uncle Todd.
Really? Are you? I'm kind of surprised because
Yeah, you got the,
they say that it comes from the mother's side of the family, and everybody on my side of the family had lots and lots of hair.
I think it's from friction. You know, because I wear hats a lot and also the headboard. Just rubbing the headboard. It's an old Irish joke. What makes the man go bald?
I was like, I ignore it.
It's not supposed to be your head against the headboard, is it?
It depends upon what you like.
No, I mean I do not judge.
Hey, King Henry VIII had a chair designed specifically for him to be able to relax. So King Henry can have a chair.
I mean, it's whatever. Oh, jeez. What's Bob at again? What did Bob do this time?
No. I got to scroll back up. Can't miss a Bob.
No, I don't think he did anything.
Yeah, he did. As his granny was dating an old man that had a handlebar mustache curled up with beard oil, and she called him Pick Lube. He never understood it.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Bob.
Bob, I don't know about you, but your grandma's fucking awesome. I would hang out with her anyway.
I bet she'd like to hang out with you.
Oh, yeah. Why buy the milk or why buy the cow when you get the sex for free?
Look, is that
it's a Mallrats quote.
No, I oh, I haven't watched Mallrats in so long.
Right? Maybe I don't.
I love this shirt. This shirt, you know, it's meant for an older crowd because it's soft and just feels nice. I mean, it is what it is. Hail.
I'm going to give away the buffalo.
Right, meow?
Right now.
Uh-oh. Buffalo butt up for...
Are you saying meow?
Meow.
I have a problem right now.
Oh, that Jim Gaffigan.
After every man in town thought highly of her. Oh, my God.
You want my hair?
Ooh, Subnautica and the Long Dark.
What is it? Yeah, I guess it's good hair. It's just it's naughty hair as soon as it gets washed, and then for like a day after or something, it's a pain in the ass. But you don't have to brush it.
I don't have to brush my hair.
There you go. You should do a mullet, Tuck.
Oof. I mean,
you'd really just give off the "don't effing talk to me" vibe.
I have like almost the reverse mullet where my beard is longer here than it is up here, so I'm kind of like business in the back, party in the front.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if I could pull off a mullet. Like I can do white trash, but that's, you know.
I mean, that's its own thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to give away the buffalo. And the number is going to be between 1 and 50. And I'm going to hit start right now.
There you go. Everybody guess. Oh, hell.
And it's whoever comes closest without going over. Is everybody done? Looks like we've got quite a few numbers. So I'm going to push stop here. Okay. Okay, so the number is number 43. We had a couple 44s, but they were over, and I think Griffin won it. So congratulations, Griffin. I think I have another one going out to you in the stack too, but I shall get this one sent. And send me your address again. I think you sent it to me on Facebook before, so that's fine. I probably still have it. So congratulations, Griffin.
Oh, Bob. Oh.
Oh. Bob, your granny would really like my uncle. He was always a very excitable fellow. One time at the county fair, we were watching the races, and the starter gun went off, and he jumped the line and won 3 heats before they get him to stop. Unfortunately, though, they disqualified him because he wasn't a second grader.
Oh, Sandy, you'll win one of these days.
Yep, I've had several people say that, and then they win. So everybody's going to win eventually. I've given away something like 89 cards or so, close to 90.
To like 13 people.
No, to a bunch of people. Some people have won more than once, but yeah.
For the record, by the way, since we were talking about hair earlier, and I can't figure out how to post pictures on here, this is the 2 reasons why I shaved my head. Oh, that's not going to work. Dang it. Well, you can kind of see the bottom one and the top one with the balding.
I can get it.
I have very, very much a white bro.
It'll take me just a minute here, but I'll get it. So give me just a minute.
I mean,
it fuzzy-headed you?
It poofs out. Yeah, it's a picture of me when I was in like my early 20s. It's a terrible, terrible picture, but there's not a lot of good pictures of this out.
Hail.
Igor, $49.50 is pretty expensive. Like, what are her skill sets?
Bob asked, did he have Parkinson's? She's picky. Paddington Room, what's going on? Did you say something to me?
Hey, Daniken.
Hi, Daniken. I'm being quiet for a minute here because I'm pulling up some pictures of Tucker.
Ugh, that never sounds good.
And then I just need to do this.
Hail.
Ugh. Sorry for making stiff. Spending too much time with Bob's granny.
Oh. What if he was telling the truth, though? You're just laughing at his granny now. She's a saint. She's a lovely woman. She's just picky.
The cookies are delicious.
Oh. Igor and Bob, please stop. My sides hurt. I mean, jokes can be made off that too, bud. You just leave them wide open.
Laughter is the best medicine. We're in the middle of a pandemic. You should be thankful.
Hail. I think I'm going to hop out of here, Pam.
Okay.
Oh, look at that
For
guy.
coming in, though.
Yeah. Look at that fro.
Yep, that's Tucker with hair.
Yeah.
And the beard was never trimmed since then.
No, not really. There was a short time when I trimmed it down a bit and I looked like a sea captain.
And there's
And
the bald spot.
is that not the back of Uncle Todd's head?
It is, yes.
That is, yeah. Yep, my coworker took that picture and was like, see, I told you. Oh. And since then, it's been like this.
That's too bad, bud. Sorry for your luck.
That's all right. The beard makes up for it.
Yeah, I can't grow. I can't. This
This is where all of it went.
I understand. Well, thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful 4th of July.
Thanks
Nice
for
chatting with
joining
you.
us.
Nice talking to you, Tucker. Pam, it's always a pleasure. I'm probably going to be going to bed here in a little bit.
So have a wonderful night.
I think I
look
will.
forward to
Got a
perusing
nice
your-
little, I'm going to sleep easy.
Yeah, good. Relax. Twirl that mustache a bit.
Don't wax it, though, because Pam will disown me totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's okay. Bob's grandma will take you in.
I don't have Parkinson's. God, I hope I don't have Parkinson's. Jeez. Well,
No,
thank
just-
you, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Yeah, happy 4th, man. So,
And stay safe there in Texas.
right. So we're having dinner at Red Lobster the other day, and I didn't want to get like shrimp scampi in my beard, so I had it tucked into my shirt, and I'm wearing a button-up shirt because I just got off work, and we're having like a special dinner, and my beard was all done up with like the beads and whatnot, so it had like a tail at the end, and it's down in my shirt, and I'm eating, and there's this lady sitting in my kitty corner. And she keeps giving me like a hairy eyeball. She's like, And I'm like, okay, I have my beard tucked into my shirt. I look weird anyways, so that's probably it. But I noticed that she's staring at my chest, my eyes are up here, lady, kind of thing. And I'm like, what? Why is she staring in horror at my chest? And I look down, and the tip of my beard is sticking out between the buttons like the tail of a lion. Oh, and she's just watching it, just fascinated as I ate, and like this beard tail's flapping around and whatnot. So I left it out, It's happy that way. Why put it back in?
God. You guys went out for dinner? I told you not to go out for dinner.
We were careful. And Montana, our area, Yellowstone, was actually in a decline at the time. The last 2 days had fewer cases. We had only one inpatient. Most of the cases in Montana have been around Bighorn County, and we've had a number in the prisons and long-term care facilities, unfortunately. That's where most of our numbers are coming from. I'm glad to see Galveston County is balanced out a bit, but Bighorn County is taking off.
A lot of our numbers are coming from kids and stuff like this one. I guess up in Casper, there was 2 nurses that roomed together, and one of them tested positive, and so they tested the other one, and they tested her on Friday, and she spent the weekend partying at different house parties and stuff. And Monday, her results came back positive. And she'd gone to 3 different house parties with a bunch of people in each of them over the weekend.
That's the real pandemic right there, is idiocy.
Yep.
Idiocy and selfishness is doing this in. I would definitely put a twinkle in her eye, Bob. A little something more, I'm going to get booted off of Mom's channel if I keep this up.
Nah, they don't pay too much attention. From what I understand, the bots will watch your channel, when you do a live stream, they watch pretty close for the first 5 minutes, and then if it's okay, they pretty much ignore it the rest of the time. Although if you played music or something, they'd probably pick right up on it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, God forbid that you play music.
Well, I mean, we could play Beethoven. Pretty sure that's public domain. Amazing Grace.
Did you guys see the before and after of that male nurse bodybuilder? 20 years of working out gone in 8 weeks. No, I didn't see that. I've heard about COVID parties. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, that's like I said, selfishness and stupidity is going to do us all in. Interesting times, like the ancient Chinese curse. We live in interesting times.
Yeah, and we're doing so well. It's Canada has locked its doors to the U.S. and all of Europe. It's while our government keeps saying how well we're doing, and none of the other countries will let us in.
Yeah. Mexico closed its borders. And the irony is not lost on me.
Yep, I don't think there's too many countries that'll let us in right now.
No, we're the shithole country now.
Yep, and the government's saying, well, the cases are rising because we're doing more testing. Well, that's bullshit, because the percentage of positive tests is going way up too.
Yeah. And the tests that we put out where I work, we've actually had a decrease in the amount of tests performed because we're running out of them
Yeah, that's why
because
Wyoming
the
is
federal
too.
government cut our funding for them.
Yeah,
So we're doing fewer tests and seeing more positive responses.
yep. That's why Wyoming's been the whole time because we never have gotten very many tests. So we've had limited tests since the beginning. Oh no, Sandy, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
We got quite a few people coming on to the camping trip this year, though.
I mean, maybe. if we can.
Yeah, but I figure, the campgrounds are open. They'll probably still be open, and we'll just all wear masks and be careful and
Yeah.
do our stuff outside instead of inside.
14-day quarantine if necessary.
Yeah. I've been thinking I might, instead of getting a reserving a cabin, I might just get a mattress for the back of my truck and just get a tent site instead of a cabin this year.
Some of that plan depends upon your truck lasting that long.
Oh, it's running good right now.
Sure.
It's only got 286,000 miles on it.
And last week, the nation was doing well with COVID.
Now, I don't know how things are going to go, Sandy, but right now the U.S. is not doing shit to stop it. So who knows what it's going to be like. Because we're idiots. No, I'm not talking politics. I'm talking pandemic.
Tragic that it seems to be one and the same lately.
Yeah. Shouldn't be, but yeah.
Oh, that was a loud one.
It could be cold in September, but more than likely not. Middle of September, sometimes it's cold. Last year it was pretty warm.
I don't know. The Arctic Circle was 100 degrees the other day, so I'm not counting on any kind of weather.
Yep. We have done 3 art giveaways so far, and we have one more to give away yet, Benny's, which is this one right here, which is a Western Green. And we'll give that away pretty soon and call it a night. I think everybody's probably getting tired. In about 15 minutes or so, we'll do that.
Benny's got to take off and is requesting a send soon.
Your archer fish just shot you with water from across the room.
Nice.
Very nice.
Mom, what's in the tank behind you?
The one that's got the light on it,
Yeah.
it has some pygmy cories and some kind of a little pseudomugal that's like really tiny, only about half an inch long, and it's got some chopre danios in it.
Nice.
The Chopre Daniels weren't in there to start with, but I had a 40-gallon tank break, so
Ooh,
they are in there for now.
how'd it break? Just seams come apart?
No, the stand came apart.
Oh, rough.
Yes, it was a mess.
Yeah.
And it like dropped down and broke out the back. And the water like went across the floor like a tidal wave with fish in it.
I'm sorry.
So some of the Chopre Daniels are in that tank. I've got a couple in another tank. I think I've got enough to breed some more, so I'm going to fix them up their own tank and try to get them breeding so I can get a good school again because I lost a lot of them. But I think I've got enough of them to get some more going.
Oh, thank you, Priscilla. They're not very clean. They just look clean from a distance. The large one behind me actually is having some issues with blackbeard algae coming back. So I've been fighting with that. It's a pretty hairy tank. The other one, the small one, is it just has a couple of white cloud minnows that were homeless and shrimp, little unsatisfying cherry shrimp. I got them cheap from my favorite pet store because they're like, we can't sell these to customers because nobody wants brown ones. And I'm like, I love all shrimp.
The brown ones are usually the males, or a lot of times the males have a lot less color than the females.
Yeah, they just had a whole ton of spare ones, and they had their breeding supply, and they're like, you want like these poor quality color morphs? Oh yeah.
Nice. How many tanks am I running right now? I don't even know because I've shut a couple of them down because I'm getting ready to like put another rack up and move them. So I've been like, I shut some of my tanks down, and I'm going to be moving them and getting some different fish because I want some different stuff to get excited about.
I only have the 5 tanks right now. My current favorite one is a little 5-gallon tank in my bedroom that has just a regular old dwarf gourami and some peacock gudgeons.
Oh, that sounds
And
nice.
a couple of Amano shrimp. And the Amano shrimp are so fun to watch. Like I was feeding them earlier today, and they get a big piece of food, and they're like, "This, I'm out," and they like run off into the bushes. But I love the peacock gudgeons. They're some of my favorites.
Huh. I don't know anything about rams.
What kind of ram is it? I've only kept the German blue rams, so.
That's something I wouldn't mind getting. I think what I'm going to like save some money and try to get is, if I can find them, is some royal green pipefish, Indian pipefish. Look it up on your computer real quick.
Royal. Oh wow.
Yeah, huh?
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've been wanting some for a while, and I think I'm going to set up a tank for them, and then try to find some. But they pretty much only eat live food, so what I need to do is set up the tank for them and get a good colony of shrimp going.
They must be a river fish.
They're closely related, which I'm sure you can tell by looking at them. They're closely related to like seahorses.
Interesting.
But yeah, I really want them.
Those are neat.
I
Hey,
bake
Big
that.
Guy.
So do you got another story?
I have a lot of stories.
You're like me. But everybody's heard my stories.
I think that I have a lot of stories that people probably shouldn't hear. You ask me a question, Mom, from Dragon Lair. How hard do they keep alive?
You pretty much got to have live food for them. Is the main thing. And like say from what I do in research, I think one of the best bets would be to get a good shrimp colony going so that they have like baby shrimp to eat.
Cherry shrimp or ghost shrimp? Are they large enough to eat ghost shrimp?
No, they just eat that like cherry shrimp, but the babies. That's why you want a good established
Gotcha.
colony of them. And then they'll eat like baby brine shrimp too. And then I've got microworms too, which I'd probably eat. So I think I can do it.
Are they captive bred?
I think they're wild caught, but some people are breeding them though, because I know Amber at Big City Betta, she has the last batch that was available for sale was from the wet spot in Portland, and she bought all of them. And I think she's getting them breeding.
Okay. I have a policy. I try not to do fish that aren't captive bred anymore.
So I'm kind of waiting for her to say that she's got babies. I'm going to see if I can get some from her. But meanwhile, I'm going to like start a dedicated like a 29-gallon tank, I think, and get it all going really good for them.
I really want to start a musk turtle tank and keep either white cloud minnows or like feeder goldfish in there with it, so the turtle eats a fish. I'm not sad. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of dopey little bastards.
Yeah, they do come from India. There's different kinds of pipefish. There's some that I mean, they're all really neat, but I really want those Indian ones because of when they flare out and got all those stripes and stuff. They're just awesome looking. Hey, Ty, how are you? You remember Ty Tucker?
Yep. Good to see you again. Okay. Well, come on. My cat's like wants up in my lap and is too tubby to get up here without a big show of it. Come on, you porky bastard. Goofy.
Mario never wants in my lap.
Torm always wants in my lap, but he's bad at being a cat.
If Mario ever wanted in my lap, it'd probably scare me.
Is he that cantankerous still?
He always is, you know that. He's always got to be close to me, and he wants to sleep at my feet. He sleeps on my feet in bed, and he's always like sleeping beside me when I'm up. But he doesn't like to be petted, and he doesn't want to be in my lap.
You have to follow cat's protocol.
Yes. And he thinks he's the king of the house. You know, when I had surgery last year, when I got home from the hospital, Buddy was so excited to see me that he was whining and crying. I mean, seriously, he was so excited to see me because I've been gone for a week, right? Mario, when I came in the house, I was sitting at the computer, and he was laying on the kitchen floor with his back to me and his ears pinned.
Huh.
And I ignored him, and after about 2 hours, he moved like halfway across the room towards me and laid down with his ears pinned and his back to me. And I think it took like 4 hours or so before he finally came and laid down at my feet. Because he was pissed because I was gone without permission. And he's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I did one live stream, Tucker, where I opened up a box of art supplies from Ginger Graves that she sent me. And
Nice.
halfway through it, Mario climbed in the box and wouldn't let me get anything out of the box. And he climbed in the box and he pulled the flaps down over the top of him. And you could look in the video and see like a paw come out every once in a while with claws, you know, just waiting for me to open up the box and try to get something out. Yeah, Mario's a pain in the ass. Oh, lime green shrimp would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be. So when are we doing this last giveaway?
I was just thinking it's about time to do the giveaway and call it a night.
Because honestly, my butt kind of hurts from sitting.
Your butt hurts. And I need to make myself dinner. I haven't eaten yet today, so I'm going to do that. We're going to give away this last card here, which is a Western Greed. I don't know if you guys can see it good or not, but there it is. And that's going to be our last giveaway tonight. And I'm going to write down a number between 1 and 50. And when I hit start, you get one guess. And whoever comes the closest without going over wins it. One guess apiece. And it doesn't matter where you live. I'll send it anywhere. So a number between 1 and 50. I'm going to type start.
Well, the Zen Zinger jumped the gun. She's got cat breath.
Okay, is everybody done? I'm going to type stop. Actually, Benny's, you were real close. I thought you had it for a minute. But it ended up, the number's 33. So it is a tie between Moonstone, and Bob. So we're going to have a tiebreaker between Moonstone and Bob. No fighting, guys. Don't want to see you hurt each other. So I'm going to write down another number.
Bob's grandma would be very disappointed.
So I'm going to write down another number. And on this one, it's going to be whoever is closest. It doesn't matter if you're over or under for the tiebreaker. And the number is between 50 and 100. So Moonstone and Bob, you got to guess again. And it's between 50 and 100.
Oh, look how chubby he is.
And Moonstone guessed 55. Bob, you got to guess a number. Where did Bob go? Bob, you're in a tiebreaker. $59. Okay, so Moonstone got 55. Bob guessed 59. And the number was 75. So that one goes to Bob. And congratulations, Bob. Yep, you would have got it, Benny.
Well, congratulations, Bob. You got a loon. Just like your old granny always said.
Okay, guys, we're going to call it a night. So thank you all for coming in. And everybody have a great night. And we will see you next Wednesday. My next stream is going to be next Wednesday night.
And I will catch all of you sometime between now and an indeterminate point in the future.
And thank you for coming in, Tucker.
Thanks for having me. Everybody have a wonderful 4th. Sleep it off.
Oh,
The
that's
neighbors are
right.
going to annoy you.
Happy 4th of July. And stay safe, everybody. Bye.
Wash your hands. We love you.